Hi, I'm Lena Brown, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use a simple, easy budget and how to customize it for yourself. On this channel, I discuss some solutions that I have found to problems that are often unique to moms. I would encourage you to download this budget yourself and give it a try and use this already made tool to make your life a little bit simpler when you're budgeting. Before we get started, do me a huge favor, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's get right into the video. So in this simple one-page budget that I have, it is magical because it's in Excel, and like my dad says, Excel is a power tool. And this Excel spreadsheet that I have designed adds up. So when you put your own numbers in and you change things, it will all add up, and then it will all go into this total column. And then I also have it set up so that you can also see the half. We get 2 paychecks a month, and so having that already divided up on the budget sheet shows us that's how much money out of this paycheck that we need to fund our budget. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at fixed expenses. So these are the ones that are mostly going to remain the same. They're only going to have changes every once in a while. They won't change monthly. So things like your mortgage or your rent, your power bill, even though that's kind of a guesstimation that I do each month, your internet if you have that, your health insurance and stuff like that. These numbers normally remain somewhat steady throughout the year, so they end up in your fixed expenses column. And I'm going to show you that.
Here we have our fixed expenses. So we have auto insurance, phone bill, health insurance, life insurance, a mortgage or your rent, power, garbage, investing, internet, Roth IRA, and blow money. This is the column right here that you can write down when you paid it, that you paid it. You could just put a check mark there if you wanted, and then you could also note if the bill was different than expected, like perhaps your power bill was more or less than you expected.
Every month is unique, and we need to adjust each part of the budget that changes every month so that we are responding to what life is actually looking like instead of our ideal fantasy budget world. The next part of the budget that I want to talk about are the parts that change. So I made a video about circle chart that will help you adjust throughout the year as you are looking at your expenses that are variable or the different things that come up each month. Go ahead, check out the link in the description and watch that video about how to plan your year. But I'm going to be using my circle chart and noticing what are the birthdays, what are the holidays, are we planning on going on any trips, so that I can adjust the lower variable part of my budget so that those are lining up. So if I'm noticing that there are 3 birthdays this month, I'm like, well, I'm planning on spending $20 on each birthday gift, so I know that I will need to have $60 in my gift budget as opposed to the general planned budget of $50. Or if I know that we are going on a trip and we need to take the SUV, which just eats gas, I will know that I need to make the gas budget $20 or $30 bigger because I'm accounting for that. The other thing I make sure to always do when I'm making the budget is ask my husband about any upcoming car repairs that he is wanting to do. He is an auto technician, and so he just loves keeping our cars in tip-top shape. But that also means that maybe he's thinking about doing something every single month. So whether that's an oil change or something he's been thinking about fixing. And I'm thankful for this because we never break down on the side of the road, but it also is something to think about when we are doing our budget. The next thing you want to do is make sure and personalize your budget. So you're personalizing it for your life and your goals for this month. I want to think small term, like this month saving plan, and I'm also thinking long term, like year long. So I have my year long goals that are on my circle chart, link below for that video. And I also have a short term goal, like what do I think that I could save money on this month? Because we can't focus on everything. For example, if you're thinking, I bet we're gonna spend a lot of time at home and I'm not gonna be very busy this month. Perhaps I can lower the food budget a little bit and save an extra $50, $100. So if that's what you've decided for this month, then you set that. So you have your monetary goal for that and it's already in your budget. So this is the setting up of the budget part that I've been talking about, and this is before you print your budget. So this is, I'm deciding on my goals, I'm looking at my circle chart, thinking about what this month is going to bring. I'm trying to accommodate for that in advance, and then the next step is to print your budget. Once you print your budget, be sure that it's in a visible, easy to access spot so that you can work on it whenever you need to. And now you're ready to go. You've received your first paycheck for the first half of the month.
Okay, this is the spot where you handle your paychecks. Let's say you made $1,900, so you add that there. You decide to give away $100. Then you take your $1,800 and you subtract what half of the budget needs, the $1,613, and that means you have $187 left for saving or investing.
At least for us, the income varies widely. So this is very important. I know that some people have very consistent income, so this is a little bit different for them. And I will try to make a video later about how to budget with a variable income. Your next task is to keep track of all your expenses. So this budget has lines for this. The idea is that there are enough lines for each purchase that you make.
Let's say you went to Super One, you spent $23, then you subtract the $23 from the $500 and get $477, and you did it on the second day of the month, and there you filled out your whole line about that store trip.
This allows you to keep a close eye on your running totals because it's right in that middle column, and it shows you exactly what is left over and what you have left to spend. So on each receipt, I'm marking the items, like if I got laundry soap and that's for us a household item, I'm marking that in household. So I'm marking that that's household, and then these vitamins were health. So I'm putting those in the different slots in the budget, and then the rest of it's going in the food budget. And then when I'm done with that receipt, I put a check mark at the top to say that I finished. I completed the task of entering that receipt into the budget, and then I put it in this basket of doom with all the other receipts. We also have a spot for our receipts in progress. So I've gone to the store, I brought back a receipt, and it ends up on the fridge in a spot held on by a big magnet. And then I know that I need to deal with those receipts. I enter them into the budget, and then they go in the receipt basket of doom on top of the fridge. So this is a bit of work, and I understand that. But one way that I have found to cut down on the work of budgeting is to shop less frequently. So my goal is to go to the store or go to the stores, wherever we're going, once a week. This means that budgeting becomes a once a week task and not a every other day task. So the more times you go to the store, the more work you're making for yourself. I know that budgets can sometimes not be the most fun, but if we can reduce the amount of time that you have to spend on it, this can really help you reach your financial goals. And it's just awesome to see your progress and how far you've come with the things that are important to you. And the budget is showing you what is important to you. Be sure to include the things that are important to you and also make it reasonable. So as you can see, there's blow money in the budget, and I believe that's super important to keep the budget sustainable, because we all want to do something fun or have a little spontaneity in our life or grab a coffee or something like that. And that allows for that and allows us to make that part of the plan and help us stick to our budget. Even if our other parts of our budget are really tight, we still have a little bit of freedom to do whatever we want. So at least for us, we actually cash out our blow money. So we turn it into cash, we put it in each person's wallet, and then we just X that part of the budget. So we're not keeping track of the blow money receipts that way, because the blow money can just be spent with cash. So this budget also makes it so that you don't have to use cash for everything. So we actually use credit cards, and I know some people need to not use credit cards because it's hard to stay on budget with them. But for us, it's more convenient, and I don't want to be walking around with $500 in my wallet. So, if your gas budget is a couple $100 and your food hut budget is a couple $100 and you have all that money in your wallet, that just makes me so nervous. You could always use a debit card if you didn't want to use a credit card, but this is the way that works for us, and I hope that it is helpful to you and your family. Let me know down in the comments what your money goal for January is. Maybe it's to use a budget for the first time. Maybe it's to save some money on your groceries. I really look forward to hearing from you. As always, it would mean so much to me if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss another upload. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.